Yes, Winwalk actually pays you to walk, but how many steps do you actually need to earn something like, for example, $10? I tested it to find out, and the answer might be more motivating or more frustrating than you'd expect. Also, walking isn't the only way to earn any more inside Winwalk, so stick around and I'll show you some of the new features they have also added to boost your earnings. In case you don't know, my name is Michael and I've tested hundreds of apps that claim to pay you for simple tasks. And Winwalk has been around for a while and it is best known for rewarding you just for walking. But they've also added more ways to earn, and I wanted to take a fresh look and show you exactly what you can expect now. In this video I'll show you how it works, how many steps it actually takes to earn real rewards, and whether it's even worth your time. All based on my own testing, so let's dive in. So let's start by going over who can join, and as you can see on the website, it is available both for Android and iOS devices. There's no information about exactly which countries it's available in, but from what I've been able to find out, it is available in a lot of different countries, but the only way to really know for sure is to just go to either Google Play or the App Store, depending on your device, and check in your country if it shows up there. It is available, and also feel free to share below which country you're in and if it's available or not. But let me now log in and then we'll take a closer look at how you can earn and how much you can earn. So I have now logged into the Winwalk app, and the main dashboard here is just a step counter. So the advantage of these paid to walk apps in general, in my opinion, is that it can be a great way to stay motivated to walk, because you can actually see the steps and you can also earn while you do it. The thing is that once you have then earned here, you still need to click this one here to claim it. So you can see now I have walked just about 500 steps today so far. It's still early in the day, and you earn 1 coin per 100 steps. So now I can click here to collect it. And you can say, then I just need to collect all the coins there, but then you need to watch an ad. So that's just something you need to be aware of. That can be quite annoying in my opinion, but that's just how the app works. So I will just be right back when the ad is over. But do be aware that you do need to actually claim these coins, because if not, you will not get them. And I made that mistake here. I installed a new account here to test it from scratch again, and there were some of the days where I actually forgot to click that button, so then you don't get paid for the steps. So that's just one thing to be aware of. I would wish that it just added the coins automatically as you were walking, but that's not the case. So that's just one thing to be aware of, but I assume that's because they want to make sure to show you ads, because they earn by doing that. We will of course later go over the exact value of the steps you take and how many steps you actually need to take to earn, for example, $10. But let's first go over some of the other ways they have introduced you can also earn in addition to walking. So at the bottom screen, you can, for example, now see that they advertise some surveys, but there's not always something like this. So if you in general want to see the other ways to earn, you need to click up here. And then here you can see that there is something called earn coins, and this is where you can go, and you can see there's something called watch and earn, and this is where you will get 5 coins, for example, for watching a short ad, like I just did before there. They have these playtime games, they have some different offer walls, they also sometimes have some surveys, so they have added quite a few options. Personally, I have tested hundreds of these playtime apps and survey apps, and I would say the rewards here, they are okay, but they are definitely not among the highest paying surveys, for example. They are just better paying survey apps and overall better paying reward apps. I will also leave a link below to a list I have of my top recommended reward apps, so you can check that out if you want to see some alternatives. But it is of course nice that they have added more options. So if you do like the app and if you like the payout methods that we'll go over in just a bit, they also have a way to earn a little bit by getting what's called achievements. So if you can go to the top corner here, and then I believe it's this reward here, you click this one, and then you can see the achievements. So there's some different missions, for example, you can read more about them here, and you can refer people, and then you can potentially, if you invite this many people here, 10 users, then you can get 100 coins extra. You can see the shop there. If you buy one gift card, you know, here right now they don't actually show any coins you get for this particular one, but for example the monthly steps you see here, if you walk 10,000 steps on average per month, there you see you will get this one. That's, you know, that's a lot, right? But it's not something that will give a lot, but it is extra bonus rewards you potentially can get. But let's now talk about how you can get paid and how much the coins you earn are actually worth, because that's of course extremely important to know before you decide whether this is for you or not. So I have now jumped to the reward shop or the payout section, and here you can see the different options, and also just be aware that there are actually ads in between here sometimes, so you might accidentally click that. I don't like when you start putting ads in a payout section, for example. I think that should just be clean and super easy, but that's just my opinion after having tested hundreds of apps and websites. But you can fairly easily see the options. You would click here to then see what exactly you could get, and as you can see also you can sort it up here, but some of the options might not be great depending on your country. So even though you can maybe join from some countries, you need to be critical about the rewards you choose, of course. But you can just go through here, see the different options. They have a decent amount of different gift cards, but they don't offer cash, as you can see here. So that's one thing you need to be aware of. And you can also see here the value of the coins. So that means to get a $10 gift card, you would need to use 16,000 coins. So that also means that 1,600 points would be worth $1. But let's then do some math about how many steps it would take if you just want to rely on the steps, because it is mainly known as a get paid to walk app. So as you can see, you get 1 coin for 100 steps, and 1,600 points is $1. That means that you would have to walk 160,000 steps to earn $1, which means you would need to walk 1.6 million steps to earn $10. And that's why I said at the beginning that the results might be frustrating or motivating depending on how you see it, because it can be motivating in the sense that you would definitely be healthy if you walk that much, but it can also be frustrating because clearly it's not really an effective way to earn if that is your main goal of downloading the app. But let's also look at what people in general earn here so you can get an overall idea of the earning potential. So I just jumped to the leaderboard because that's always a great idea to get a sense of the overall earning potential. And you can see here that the top earner the last 30 days has earned these 200,000 or 221,000 coins there. So that's actually more than $100. So that's not bad. But I can tell you for sure that this is not just by walking. Clearly, when you kind of look into how much you would have to walk, and there's also usually a daily limit of how much you can earn by walking, so that's one thing to keep in mind. And you can see if you scroll down, there are many people that earn something like $50 or so or less, $30, $50. So again, you should not expect to earn this just by walking, but you would need to take many of the paid offers, paid surveys also to do this. Personally, I have tested so many survey apps and reward apps, and I just find that there are many apps that pay higher rewards for the same service, for the same paid offers, plus where you can actually get paid, for example, in cash or crypto. So that's just what I prefer instead. But again, that of course is a matter of personal preferences, and I would love to hear your opinion about it in a comment below, so feel free to share that. So to sum it all up, Winwalk can be a way to earn by walking and do other small tasks. I think it is fairly user-friendly, but there are some things it could definitely optimize. Also, these pop-up ads, the ads in the cash out section, things like that, I don't really like. And then you, of course, need to do it with the right expectations. In general, there is not really any get paid to walk app that pays a lot. The main advantage of these type of apps, in my opinion, is that it can be motivating to keep an eye on your steps, and then you can earn a little bit extra on the side at the same time. But there are many alternatives. I think it's a decent get paid to walk app, but there are also others you can consider instead. A lot of it depends on the payout options you prefer, and if you want to have certain other earning options and things like that. I will leave a link below also to a list I have of the overall best get paid to walk apps, so you can check that out if you want to know about some alternatives as well. As I mentioned earlier, I'll also leave a link below to a list I have of my top recommended reward apps overall that pays better, for example, for small tasks and surveys and have very flexible payout options. And finally, if you just prefer reading, I also do have a written Winwalk app review, so I'll also leave a link to that below so you can check that out. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.